Mistry was a show, was a character I wanted to do, Monk, for 20 years. I didn't know how my audience or any audience would receive anything of mine after such a big controversy had just happened. Well, Ram Kapoor may have done something wrong, Arman Mistry has not done something wrong. So they still gave him the respect that I wanted them to give, and that is making me very, very grateful. When Mira enters the set, she just takes over. She takes over. It's like she's handling 100 people at the same time, but she takes over. I am also so lucky that I have enough work for the next so many years.
Hi Ram, welcome to Screen.
Ah,
Uh,
thank
it's
you for having me.
it's very nice to finally be able to talk to you because I've been waiting for a week now when we'll get to speak.
For a week, why? Acha, okay.
Yeah,
Well, at least
because
better late than never. Better late than never.
yeah. And how are you? How's life and how are the responses been so far to the show?
Can't you see my smile?
That's true. Yeah,
So, like I was saying to you before we officially
yeah,
started the recording, see, it's unique. Normally, when we give interviews, we are giving interviews before the project has been launched officially, na? So
yeah,
we are hoping that it does well. This
yeah,
time, I'm giving interviews back to back since yesterday after the project has been received so well. So I'm very happy, very proud. I'm feeling satisfied. So
yeah,
yeah, it's a great feeling. I mean. I was scared, like I said before. Also, I was very scared. I was nervous because there was a controversy just before it
yeah,
launched, and I was nervous. I didn't know. I had no experience in controversies, so I didn't know whether it would affect or not. See, I have always been away from all controversies, so I didn't know how my audience or any audience would receive anything of mine after such a big controversy had just happened. I was very nervous, I have to say. So when I started getting the news that people are liking it, and when they got such amazing reviews, I felt amazing because see, uh, I'll tell you honestly, I'm feeling very grateful because see, we all know that it's the audience who makes us or breaks us. Whoever is a success in show business is because of the audience. Today, all the stars, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman, they are stars because the audience has made them stars. The minute the audience rejects them, they will go away. We all know this.
yeah,
My audience has always liked my work, appreciated my work, which is why I've had successes in the past. But now I have been taught another thing that even if, as Ram Kapoor, I may be in controversy or I may have done something wrong, they are not relating that or letting that go into my work because that's different. Like, for example, Ram Kapoor may have done something wrong, Arman Mistry has not done something wrong. So they still gave him the respect that I wanted them to give. And that is making me very, very grateful. And I must say that for the first time, I saw the press, the media really reaching out to me in a way they have never done in the past, which has again gotten me very grateful because the media, they are professional. It's your job to say positive and negative, of course. Uh, but the way press people who I've respected for many years have reached out to me and said how much they're liking the show has really, really look. I don't want to talk too much. I'm just very, very happy to whatever has happened. Fine, no problem. I'm willing to go through any controversy if my work gets appreciated this much. That's the only thing that matters. So whatever happens, happens for the best, and I'm just happy. I want to enjoy the moment now.
yeah, yeah. I'll come to the show, but before that, my first memory of you
Uh,
is actually Chunari Chunari from Monsoon Wedding because I'm that generation who's grown up.
Dude, you are making me feel. You're making me feel. You're making me feel as if I'm 75 years old now.
No, but you should
You,
be
how
really
old were
proud
you
because
during Chundri Chundri?
that's such an iconic pop cultural moment, and like it's
Mira
something that's
Nair, Mira, are you listening? Are you watching? I'll send this to Mira. But listen, I'm saying, how old were you when Chundri, when Monsoon Wedding came?
I too was born that year when Monsoon
You were a
Wedding.
fetus. You
Yeah,
were born that year.
yeah,
So you were this much.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Thank you for making me feel so old.
No. But that also says a lot that you have been working for so long and you have been
Yeah.
continuously giving such great work. But I just want
25
to,
years.
yeah, wow.
Well, you're
I
25 years old. No,
no,
you're lesser than 25.
yeah, I'm less than
Chundri
25.
Chundri came little later. I've been working since
Yeah,
before Monsoon Wedding.
yeah,
Yes.
that's true. But my first memory of you is actually that because
See,
I
now I'm trying to look like that. In the middle, I had started looking like two of those together. Na? Now
no,
I'm
but
trying to look a little bit like.
Yeah, but I just want to, I brought this up because I always wanted to ask you, how was working with Mira Nair like, and how was shooting that particular song? Because it's everywhere on the reels right now, like, and it's been there for so long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mira is a force. She's a force to reckon with, in the sense that when Mira enters the set, she just takes over. She really takes over. It's like she's handling 100 people at the same time, but she takes over. When you work with anybody of that level, I've been lucky enough. I've worked with Karan Johar, I've worked with Mira. When you work with somebody that successful, what they want, trust me, this is true of whether you're doing. I've done BBC projects, I've done English, I've done everything. When you're working with somebody who's so successful and who all they want is you better know your job. And if you really know your job, they respect you. Trust me. Because that's the only thing that matters to them. Really. Like they want speed, they want efficiency, they don't want no time wastage. He knows his lines, he knows his position, he knows his place, he knows his lights. Fantastic. That's so you better be even Vic. I started Vikramaditya Motwane.
Yeah.
I started with him. I started with him his first. I mean, he started with me. Sorry, his first film I
Yeah.
was a part of. His first film I was a part of. Now, today I've been lucky enough to work with him again in Jubilee.
Yeah.
He's the same. He's the same. All they want is just know your job. Once we are on set, there is no time wastage. You know what I'm saying? No time for questions then. All the homework, all the workshops, everything has happened. Now, don't ask questions, no time wastage, do it. You see what I'm saying? So if you are ready to just do it, then you get respect. That's what Mira is like. No time wasted. Come on, this is time to go. That's what Mira is like. Now, uh, uh, Chundri was a lot of fun. And the thing is, Farah, the same Farah Khan who recently did a video in my house, which has gone
Yeah.
viral. But the thing is, Farah and me, Farah, Sajid, we know each other since before we were in the industry, since we were teenagers. Okay,
Wow.
so Farah was doing the choreography, and Farah is the one who called and said, "Ram, I need you for this." And Mira said, "Call him, call him, call him." So I last minute, I mean, I was shooting for those days. I was shooting Kharek Mandir, I think.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't even know what. I don't know. I had this. She said, "I want you on the flight tomorrow morning." I said, "What is wrong with you?" She said, "No, no, no. Otherwise, Mira will call you." I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I had to literally, I had to run and I had to do it. See, this industry, relationships matter. So when you do something for a friend because of relationship, it matters. Doing favors for each other is what this industry is about. So that's how it happened very last minute. And after that, I have worked with Mira two times more, which I mean, I did a English project for her called The God Room, which was not released for here, which I did. And then, of course, she cast me in a Suitable Boy. So now I've worked with Mira three times. And like I said, she's a force. To work with Mira, she's a force. She's like a weather system that comes in. She's amazing. She has the ability to just take over. See, her projects are big, very big. So there are 100 people on set. But when she enters, she can take over all 100, literally. Everybody's asking her questions about this, about that, about that. She is the center handling everything. All you need to do, whatever department, all you need to do is know your job. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Once you know your job, you get respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so Chundri Chundri was fun, which I did for Farah and Mira.
Yeah. I would really love you guys to collaborate again. It would be so fun. Yeah.
Mira and me have collaborated again twice.
Now also, no, like, you should keep working like you
So I
guys
have
do.
been lucky enough to work with Mira Nair, international
That
director,
is true.
Mira
Yeah.
Nair, thrice, and now you're still saying you should do more.
Yeah.
Dude,
I've
dude,
heard that she's
come on.
making an
I'm
action
very
film.
lucky.
Yeah. So that would be so
She
nice.
she always does amazing work. But I am also so lucky that I have enough work for the next so many years. If Mira calls me again for anything, I will go running. But the
Yeah.
point is that I am so lucky in this field that I should just be happy with whatever's
Yeah.
happening rather than saying I wish this happens, I wish that happens. You know what I'm saying?
No, as a fan, I'm saying as a fan of
Thank
Mira.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, another memory I have of you is Rakhi Ka Swayamvar, which used to play all day on television, like the promo of it. And I was so small.
So
I used to,
because you're saying such good things about you, about me, I'm going to allow you to keep talking about everything but Mistry. But
yeah, yeah,
but again, I was talking about relationships. How you have to, relationships are important. Rakhi Kaswambar again, I did for a very very important man who the whole industry knows, Mr. Samir Nair.
yeah,
Sam, I know Sam for since the beginning of my career. Samir said, okay, there's a circus. This is a circus, and I want you to be the one sane factor in the center and control it. I said, you really think I can do something like this? He said, you have to. So
Okay.
Samir is somebody I have respected since the first day of my career. Samir was a very big man from day one, not only for me, even for Ekta. You know what I'm saying? He was second in command in Star those days, Star Plus
Yeah.
those days. And so I did that for Samir. And like I said, the things that people see of mine which are different from my normal, I probably do because somebody who I love and respect is saying, you have to do this. You see what I mean? So that is why I did that. Because for certain people, I will do anything. Samir Nair is one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So now coming to Mistry.
Thank you.
Yeah. What I want to ask is that when they approached you to do this, and it's an adaptation, it's a remake. Did you decide to watch the original, or it was you wanted to go fresh, or you wanted to like be a clean
For
slate and do it
20,
your
for 20 years, I've been saying I'm dying to do this story.
okay.
I watched when it first came and I fell in love with Tony Shalhoub and
Yeah.
Monk then.
Yeah.
And like people say that I want to play Godfather, I want to play
Yeah.
this. Every actor in the beginning says, yeah, aisa koi role mil jaye. So I also had my list.
Yeah.
Okay, Martin Scorsese and this and that. Tony Shalhoub and Monk was on that list.
Yeah.
My wife, my wife, my management, they all knew that, yeah, this is one of. So when they called to say, Bani J is coming to meet, I said, okay. So Bani J is a big producer.
Yeah.
Because Bani J is international. This is
Yeah.
Bani J Asia, but Bani J is an international company. So I said, oh, wow. I knew they're coming for something big then. Then they said they are making Monk in India. My management team said that because they knew that I'm going to go silent. So I went silent and they said, yeah, don't react. We are coming. I had had stage 3 shoulder surgery at that time. I was fully in a cast. Okay. And I got so excited when they came. I said, guys, I've been wanting to do this role for 20 years. Uh, I only asked, who are you casting for the others,
Yeah.
especially for the police chief, because that is a very important role. So when they said we have approached Mona Singh,
Yeah.
I said, oh, fantastic. You see, I knew how important that role is. So I did
Yeah.
ask about that. They said we approached Mona, to which I said, is she on? So they said, well, talks are going on. So I said, I'm going to call her. And then I was in Dubai. I called Mona. I said, please do it. All this happened. But the fact is, I got so excited, I said, I'm doing it. To which my management team said, 1 second, 1 second. He has to go through 9 months of physiotherapy to get strength back. So you have to wait.
Okay.
They waited for me. Yeah, this was the
Wow.
most amazing thing because I couldn't start for 9 months. I had to do 9 months of strength training to get this. Anyway, that's the whole thing. So that's how this happened.
Yeah.
But it's one of every actor has a few roles that they want to do, and I've gotten that opportunity at this stage of my career. It's a role that I've been wanting to do since I first became an actor.
Yeah.
That is what mystery means to me, which is why I'm so happy right now. See, I've had successes in the past. I've had shows that have done very, very well. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
But Mystery was a show, was a character I wanted to do. Monk for 20 years.
Yeah.
And not only did I get to do it, I did it in my own style, very different from Tony Shalhoub, obviously.
Yeah.
Then it went into such controversy, which nobody expected. In spite of all of that, if it's getting this kind of love, yeah, I will go through the controversy 10 times more as long as my work gets appreciated like this. That's the only thing that matters to me.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was watching it, I'm yet to complete it, but when I started watching it, I could see that there's a very of course it's a kind of a quirky character. It has its own things and all of that. But it also has a lot of innocence to it. Like that's what. So I was really fascinated because I've previously discussed with a lot of actors and they really talk about how it's very difficult to portray that kind of emotion on when you have to be that innocent or of course it's not that innocent but just to get that feeling across. Was that a difficult thing to do?
Difficult, no. Challenging, yes. See, all of us actors, uh, we become actors because we like the process of becoming other characters, right?
Yeah.
So when you're liking becoming something, you're not finding it difficult. You're finding it challenging, but challenging is fun.
Yeah.
So now certain roles are more challenging than others. Yes, my approach is different. everybody has their own approach. My approach is different. So when I'm approaching a character that has so many layers and so many uh, little details and nuances,
Yeah.
so I don't like to focus on those details, those quirks, those oddities. No,
Okay.
like the fact that uh, once again, this is only my process. It works for me. That's all. So I don't want to focus on the sickness or the
Yeah.
disease. I want to
Yeah.
focus on the pain and the trauma that caused this.
Yeah.
What I mean is, I could either focus on the OCD and try and do certain things with my hand, with my shoulder, with my legs, with whatever to bring in quirks. I could either do that,
Yeah.
or I could focus on the trauma and the pain that got him to this. If I can connect to that pain, then whatever happens because I'm feeling that,
Yeah.
let that happen. So I try to do that thing. So whenever I'm thinking of my wife, uh,
Yeah.
and I'm feeling what whatever it is, I'm trying to connect to that trauma. So then certain things happen, and when you feel them happening, just enhance them. So that's my approach. That's the way I did it, and I don't find it difficult. I find it challenging. That's the reason I like being an actor. Becoming different people.
Yeah.
That's the way I do it, and I love that process. So,
Yeah. Uh, yeah, because it makes sense. Because if you had gone with the earlier approach, where you
oh,
had,
it makes sense to me. See, look, there are other people who have other approaches, and it
yeah,
works for them. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So uh, there's no right or wrong here.
okay,
Acting
yeah,
is it's different for there's a very famous book on acting called by Stanislavski called An Actor Prepares. That book shows that an actor prepares, but everybody has a different way. Everybody has a different way. You got to find what works for you. Do
yeah,
that. This works for me. That's
yeah,
why I like
yeah,
focusing and doing it this way.
yeah,
But
yeah,
there are other actors who do it differently, and they're just as good and if not better.
yeah.
So just find your rhythm. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. I know I also say this because if you had gone with the earlier approach, in that case, it would have looked a bit pretentious and it would have
Not
looked a
no 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 no
bit
no no no
showy.
no 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 no
Okay,
no no.
okay,
There are so many famous stories about internal acting and external acting where, dude, they're the same. If you do that way correctly, it can be just as awesome, just as magical. Trust me.
okay, okay.
This whole debate is gone on forever. And I'm telling, just because I'm a method actor does not mean that method is the way to go. Absolutely not.
No, no, no.
There are
What?
legends,
Yeah,
like people who just focus on what you're saying. Though there are legends like that also, who Oscar winners and all, who I don't want to get into it, but the fact is that
okay,
I know people who
yeah,
don't like connecting to the pain and the trauma. See, let me explain. It's not easy because if you do manage to connect to the pain and trauma, sometimes it stays with you for a while.
yeah,
Okay, it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
the easiest.
yeah.
So a lot of actors, a lot of schools say that why do you want to go through something which is not good for you?
Okay,
Do it, but do it so amazingly well that nobody says that you're doing it pretentiously. And I know people like that, and they're amazing. That's
okay,
what I mean. It's two different schools of thought. It works for me. It doesn't mean I force myself to feel pain.
yeah,
A lot of people say, why are you feeling pain?
yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
there's no right or wrong here. There's no right
yeah.
or wrong here. There
Okay,
are people who say it's not necessary to feel the pain, and they do it just as well, and they win Oscars for it.
okay,
Trust me.
yeah, okay. Another thing that I want to ask you was that because since the time the OTT has started, since it's been around a decade or so, there has been a lot of
Oh, you
investigative,
mean here in India?
yeah, yeah, in India, of
Because
course,
it
yeah, yeah,
started there before. Yeah, but
yeah,
continue.
yeah. So it's there has been a lot of churning out of a lot of investigative dramas, a lot of cop
Hmm.
thrillers, and that seems to be the way that everyone is doing and everyone is going for. And I was talking to Sudeep Sharma, who has himself made two of those with Patal Lok and Kora, and he was himself saying that he's really fed up because the streamers are continuously asking him to keep doing that, to keep making cop thrillers because they seem to be like the safe
Because
bet.
he's good at it and he's got success with it, all that. I
Yeah,
know everybody falls into these trappings. Yeah,
yeah,
continue.
yeah, yeah, and also because it's the safe bet because people have low attention span these days, and when they
It's
have a
working
mystery,
now. If it's
yeah,
working, they want it to keep going on.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So my thing was when they, of course, you have talked about it being an adaptation and how you wanted to play Monk and all of that. But did you have concerns that it might look a bit repetitive because the slate is full of these kind of stuff?
No, not at all. I'll tell you. See, because the thing is that if you look at Monk,
Yeah,
not even Mystery, if you look at Monk, there is no other criminal or detective drama which is like Monk.
yeah, of course, yeah,
Because all others, which is not only in the West but even here. Yes, you're right. There is a lot of crime-oriented stuff. Now, the reason that is because this is another whole topic of conversation. OTT is different from television and films in the sense that people tend to watch it alone rather than with family. Okay, they watch it while they're commuting, they watch it in their free time. But OTT is something you watch on your phone, your tablet, your computer. Television and even films is more of a group activity,
yeah,
which you do either with family or with your friends.
yeah,
OTT is much more solo, which you do in your own time. So people like watching things that they wouldn't be comfortable watching with their families,
okay, yeah, yeah,
like crime and gritty and intense stuff. You don't want to watch with your families, with your children, or your parents.
yeah,
Which is why the kind of stuff which is working on OTT is stuff which is more edgy, more gritty, more intense because you're watching it alone.
yeah,
That is why these things are working. But the point is, uh, this one, Monk or Mystery, is yes, it's about a detective and yes, it's about crime, but it's actually also about trauma, OCD. Uh, it's double faceted. It's double layered. Other crime shows are all about crime, all about that. That's the thing.
yeah,
This is too the backdrop. It's about how a child is doing it because he's a child.
yeah, yeah,
He's brilliant, but he
yeah,
can't function in society.
yeah,
He is double the age of his assistant,
yeah,
but she's his parent.
yeah.
So understand that. So that is what makes this different from anything else.
Okay,
That is why I never felt that. What you're saying, that did you feel it would? Because this is different.
yeah,
This is not just a typical criminal thing. Of
yeah,
course it is, but it's also about a guy who's flawed, a guy who's defective.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Uh,
that's why that's why I loved it. See, I've always loved crime and all of that. Great, but why for 20 years I was saying I would love to play this character because he's brilliant, but he's a child.
yeah,
That's what makes it fantastic.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh,
Like for me, just for me, this character is more special for me than a Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is brilliant, 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 brilliant.
yeah,
This guy
yeah,
is brilliant, but he can't function.
yeah,
That's why.
yeah, yeah. Um, I'm assuming you might have been asked this a lot before, but because you were talking about Mona, how was it like working with her on this, and what was the experience like? Especially we're talking about how important her character is to the
Yeah.
proceedings and the relationship that Mystery and her character has in the show. And how was it like so working along? And you have been worked a lot in the past also, but
No, 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 no. It's the first time. Mona and me, first time together.
I think so. You did a cameo in one of the serials that she did. When I was
Uh,
researching, like some, I'm not sure. I might have to check again. But
Even if I had done that, I don't think I was facing screen
okay,
time with Mona. And a cameo is just a scene type thing. It doesn't count.
okay,
It's not
okay.
that we were opposite each other in any way, no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course, yeah,
But no, so this is the first time Mona and me working together. But the thing is, for y'all, for the outsiders, for fans and all, it's like what was it like working with Mona? But see, all of us, the industry is quite small. All of us, we really know each other
yeah,
even before we work. So I knew Mona even before. I mean, not personally. I got to know about Mona before she did Jesse Koini because the producers Tony and Dia Singh were very close friends of mine. So
okay,
Tony said we found a great girl for. I knew he was making this big thing. I knew that
okay,
Jesse Koini, and
yeah,
he showed me a photograph of Mona before much.
okay,
It's saying that this is the new girl. And uh, uh, so, uh, and the good thing about Mona, which I know, which all of us know, is Mona was like this. You know how she is, very chilled, very
yeah,
happy-go-lucky. She has been like this from day one, in the sense that she was this little girl even when she started Jessie. But very first show became a super hit. Think about that. It
Yeah.
took me 10 years to become a name, huh? 10 years.
Yeah.
But Mona, first show, just and then she never looked back. But to her credit, she has never changed. Mona has been exactly like this, happy-go-lucky, chilled from then to now, which is why everybody loves her. Most
Yeah.
people, when they get this kind of success this early, they change a bit because
Yeah.
success does change you. You know, suddenly you're the center of attraction and everybody wants you and you're making money and you're making blah, blah, blah. Mona has not changed at all. She
Yeah.
is exactly like this, like she was from day one, which is why you can't help but love her.
Yeah.
And Mona and me always got along, even though we used to pass each other. We used to work next to each other. Her set was here, my set was there for
Yeah.
years. So
Yeah.
we all, like Sakshi also, Sakshi and me, we were great friends before we started working together because for so many years, I used to do Kasam Se next to her. She used to do Kahani Ghar Ghar Ki. So we used to have nasta together and that kind of stuff. You know, the industry is small, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that is why I'm saying that the minute they came to me, I said, "Who are you playing? Who are you getting from the chief?" Because I knew how important it is. That when they said we're talking to Mona, I called Mona because that's when I realized, yes, I want to do it with Mona. You see,
Yeah.
because I knew Mona, yeah. I knew Mona will be great for this.
Yeah.
Mona will be great for this. I knew they were right for talking to Mona. So I said, fantastic. And from Dubai, I called her and I was begging her. She said, yeah, I'm trying. Because see, she's also in a
Yeah.
position where she has choices. She has other things going on.
Of course.
This is a big commitment. This is
Yeah.
not a cameo. This is
Yeah.
a big commitment because first of all, if they showed us well, which it has, now if more seasons happen, she has to be a part of all those seasons. No, it's
Yeah.
a big commitment and she has other things that already she has committed to. So it's
Yeah.
not easy for her, but like a dhakkan, I was saying, no, you have to do it, you have to do that. I got excited because the thing is that I realized that an actor is only as good as the person opposite him.
Yeah.
I was so loved in Bade Achhe Lagte Hain because I had Sakshi opposite me. Please
Yeah.
understand this.
Yeah.
It's not a
The
one-man job.
synergy. Yeah.
Acting is
Yeah.
acting is not a one-man job. You know
Yeah.
what is
It's
a
yeah.
one-man job? Writing a novel. That's
Yeah.
a one-man job or a
Yeah.
one-woman job. But
Yeah.
if you're part of a film or part of it's not, it's a collaborative
Yeah.
effort. Every time I've been good, it's because of the person opposite. Every time. Why Jubilee was so good? Every bloody person in Jubilee
Yeah.
was fantastic. That is why Jubilee was so good. So I realized that the cast has to be fantastic. And Bani J, yes, they gave me Mona. Do you know how good the other two are?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, oh my God. Now, now Kshitij,
Yeah.
Shikha, they are brilliant in their
Yeah.
characters. Brilliant. All four of us. She's perfect as my assistant, and Kshitij is perfect as Mona's assistant.
Assistant. Yeah.
And that is why these projects work. Yeah, everybody has to be good. Like, people were talking about Udan.
Yeah.
Everybody in Udan is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Friends.
It's a collective
Why is
effort. Yeah.
Friends the biggest?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is Friends the biggest show in the world? Why? Because all six of them are brilliant.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see, so I'm just saying that
Yeah.
uh, Mona was fantastic, and the other two are fantastic, and that's what you. Everything about Mistry was the way it should be,
Yeah.
and even the director Rishabh, he's perfect. Yeah, he's perfect for. Credit to Bani J, credit to Tanvi for getting the team. Tanvi is Bani J for getting that kind of a team together. See,
Yeah.
wanting to do a show, getting a green light from the platform, getting the budget, great. But after that, getting the right people for the job is another massive thing,
Yeah.
which Bani J has completely managed to do.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
The director is as important as anything else. This director has the ability to handle pressure, to do this kind of a look, and still handle all of us actors, handle everything. When things work, they have to work at every level, and I'm very happy that Mistry worked at every level. I mean, this is the moment to enjoy. Feel happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just have two last questions because you also have a
Okay.
couple of interviews to follow. So firstly, I want, it's also something that Sudeep was telling me, and I often ask this because what has happened with OTT is that since the time it has started and now it's completing its 10th year or 11th year, whatever. But the thing is that we are not making that good a content that we used to make once back. Like there was a golden period, which everyone can agree that there was a time when we were making back to back shows which were really up there. But since that, we haven't been able to match up. Of course, when and in the last 2 3 years you can count the good shows on your tips. It's that scarce. And I've been talking to a lot of actors, and they are telling me what is also happening is a lot of actors on OTT are getting typecasted, or if not typecasted, then what's happening is that they're just limited to just the OTT. They're not getting chances to do a film or a big budget project just because they are looked as OTT actors. And so I just want to ask you, because you have literally conquered all the mediums possible, whether it's stage, then it's like whether it's television, now OTT, and you have also done fair bit of films. What's your take on being part of the industry for so long? How do you see this evolution?
Okay, I'll answer this question, but I don't want to step on the toes of any of my colleagues or any of those other actors because they have their views. Okay, I don't think there's any such thing as an OTT actor.
Okay. Yeah.
Period. Uh, there is something called a TV actor, yes, because TV actors are very different from film actors because the whole business is different. In TV, you have to work in a very different way.
Yeah.
In OTT and film, that's not the case. I don't think there's anything known as an OTT actor, period.
Yeah.
However, yes, I've been very lucky. I get a lot of films and I get a lot of OTT. So maybe I'm talking from just my point of view. Now, here's the thing. Uh, Again, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but this word typecast is used very. Do you know what it means to be typecast? I'll explain to you. To be typecast is something means you have to be the very best in that bloody thing. For example, Johnny Lever is typecast as Johnny Lever. Do you know how good Johnny Lever is? If you are that level, you're typecast. Oh, I'm typecast. No, you're not. To be typecast, you have to be Jim Carrey, Johnny Lever. Those people are typecast because they are the best. Otherwise, you're not typecast. You feel you're typecast in your head. You're not, boss. You're not. Simple. See, us actors, we have a lot of issues. All actors are damaged. We know this. All actors are damaged, which is why we act, because we want to play other people rather than be ourselves. This is something we all know. Because we are damaged, we have a lot of issues in our heads. That is why we say, नहीं हमको टीवी नहीं करना ये करना है अच्छा हमको ये रोल नहीं करना ये करना we all have this. I have tried my best to break through from this. I would urge all new actors, guys, don't fall into these trappings. Have fun, do good work, and do anything. TV मिल रहा है करो, OTT मिल रहा है करो, same role मिल रहा है करो. Keep getting better, 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 better. Don't fall into the trapping of words like typecast. Because if you have been typecast, then understand you are the best in that. That's why you've been typecast. You know what typecast means? For this role, you have to call him. That's what typecast means. That means what? That the industry is saying for this role, that guy is the best. Don't use words like typecast as if they're the thing. See what I'm saying? Oh, we are typecast. What nonsense are you talking? So to be typecast means that the industry says, ये role के लिए तो इसको बुलाना है. That is typecast.
Yeah.
Oh, we are not typecast. No. See what I'm saying? It's madness. People go into. I also used to do it. We are all damaged and we all want to find these things to try and limit ourselves. Dude, I believe, of course, I've been very lucky, of course, but I've never thought of all this, which is why I have managed in all mediums. I didn't give a damn whether film मिल रही है TV मिल रही है जो भी मिल रहा है मजा करो अच्छे से करो. I have always done it that way and I've never regretted. Secondly, why is it that I'm no better actor than anyone else? I'm a good actor. Everybody else is a good actor. That's why we're getting work. The fact is, why is it that I'm doing all kinds of work? Why is it that every release of mine is very different from the other? Why? Maybe only because I don't allow myself to think like this. That's all. That's all. Literally, that's all. People are thinking like this. That if you stop thinking like this, I'm telling you, it won't be the case. You feel you're typecast. No, you're not.
Yeah.
And if you're getting to do the same thing again and again, for a while, do it because every time you're doing it, you're getting better. And you're in the limelight at least now instead of waiting and being. That's my thought. Like I said, they have their thinking, but I don't like these kind of words being used because it's not true.
Yeah.
If I get typecast as something, I will be proud because that means that I am the best in.
Yeah.
Johnny Lever is typecast in that kind of role because was there anybody better than Johnny Lever? You see what I'm saying? Jim Carrey was typecast as comedy king because, dude, he's Jim Carrey. So when people like my colleagues say, dude, I'm getting typecast in this, what? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying if you keep your mind open, then things don't affect you. I've kept my mind open and it's still open. So all this just doesn't come into play with me.
Yeah.
That's my thinking. But like I said, this is the way I think. I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fairly different perspective. I never thought about it like that.
See,
But
think about, but now you know I'm right. You know I'm right. See, think about if I tell you to think about Hollywood, okay, and I tell you to find me somebody who's typecast, you will find a name who's a legend.
yeah,
Charlie Chaplin was typecast, right or wrong?
yeah,
You know what? So when people say typecast, dude, go into the bathroom, wash your face, go to sleep, and then come. You don't say typecast. What nonsense are you talking?
yeah,
What does it mean to be typecast? Typecast means that when this kind of a role comes in every meeting, they say that person, that is typecast, means you are the best.
yeah, yeah,
So, oh, I'm typecast. Really? Okay, good for you, baby. That's the reality. Yeah, people,
yeah,
we are all like this. Actors have so many issues in their heads
yeah,
that they go into these things. Just have to be careful to not go into these things. I will not allow myself to think like this.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
yeah. It was really nice chatting with you, and I'm so happy. And I wish you all the very best, and hopefully there's season two.
But that is Hotstar will decide that, boss. We don't know that. We like I said, see, listen, this is not the time to be thinking about season two. For me,
Yeah,
this is the time for me to enjoy this moment because this is what I wanted. It's happened. Now I
yeah,
wanted people to like this. If they liked it, it's happened. I want to just enjoy this.
cherish.
That's it for now. I have enough things coming out. I have three other projects coming out. I want to only enjoy this right now. And I want to thank the country, thank the audience, thank the media for liking it so much because you guys make us, yeah. So if you guys have accepted it, thank you for that. I just want to smile right now and not think of season two till it happens.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.